Hi guys, welcome to the third video of transportation. In this video, we are going to study about the three blood vessels which are present: arteries, veins, and the capillaries. I've just in order to understand the arteries and veins, I've written them in a comparison form so that it is easy for us to understand the arteries as well as veins simultaneously. The first point is the direction of blood flow. In arteries, blood flows away from the heart. So, this is your heart. In arteries, they take away the oxygenated blood. This is your heart. From heart, the arteries takes the oxygenated blood to the different part of the body. So this is your arteries. And the veins, they carries the deoxygenated blood from the various part of the bodies to the heart. Okay, so the first difference is that the arteries, they carries the oxygenated blood from the heart to the body, and veins, they carries the deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. So this is the first difference between the arteries and veins, that is the direction of the blood flows. Arteries away from the heart towards the body, and veins from the body towards the heart. This is the first difference between the arteries and the veins. Or the characteristics of arteries is that they always carries blood away from the heart, except 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 pulmonary arteries. Pulmonary arteries, it carries blood from the lungs to the heart, and the pulmonary arteries, it carries the blood from the heart to the lungs. So this is the difference between the pulmonary arteries and the pulmonary veins. Second is about the nature of blood. As the arteries, they carries blood from heart to the body, so blood is generally oxygenated blood. Okay, and the veins, they carries blood from body to the heart, so it is deoxygenated. Deoxygenated does not mean that it don't has oxygen. It has oxygen, but in a less quantity. Third important difference is their position. Arteries, they are deep seated, and the veins, they are superficial. Superficial means you can see them on the surface, they are visible, but arteries, they are not visible. Veins, they are visible. Next is because in arteries oxygenated blood is flows, and the blood flows from the heart. We know that heart is a pumping organ, so the blood flow with the high pressure. So blood flows with the high pressure. Because blood is flowing with the high pressure, the nature of the wall or the nature of artery, it should be more thicker. It should be more thick. It should be thick because blood is flowing with a high pressure. And veins, on the other hand, they are thinner because blood is flowing with the lower pressure and blood is flowing very slow. But in arteries, the blood flow with a high pressure and at the faster rate, therefore they are thicker and elastic. While in veins, the blood flows at a low pressure and it is slower, so they are thinner and less elastic. Last difference is because blood is flowing with the high pressure, blood will not flow back. So there are no valves. No valves are present. So valves are absent in the arteries. But in veins, the blood is flowing at a lower pressure and slowly. The possibility of blood coming back is more. So there are valves which prevents the backflow of the blood. So in arteries, the blood flows away from the heart. It is oxygenated blood. They are deep seated. Because blood is flowing with a high pressure and faster, they are thicker and elastic. And because blood is flowing with a high pressure, the movement of blood will be in the forward direction, so no valves is present. But in veins, the blood flows towards the heart. They are deoxygenated. They are superficial, visible, thinner, and less elastic. Because blood is flowing with a low pressure and slower, and because blood is flowing with a low pressure, so valves are present to prevent the backflow. Now talking about the third, blood vessels are the capillaries. They are the thinnest blood vessels. They are thinner than arteries and veins, and they are present inside the body organs. Their main function is they allows the exchange of the nutrients and the gases, the waste products between the blood and the body cells through the tissue fluid. Okay, so the main task is it helps in the exchange of the materials and allows the passage of nutrients and oxygen between the blood and the blood from the blood into the blood cells, and passage of the nitrogenous waste and CO2 from the blood cell into the blood.